Hello guys, today I want to talk about a player who's been linked with a move away from the club, whose future seems to be in some doubt, and that's Theo Walcott. There have been a lot of rumours about potential departures, Wojciech Szczesny to Juventus, Olivier Giroud to West Ham. It's been relatively quiet on the Walcott front, but the reason that talk keeps happening around it is, well, there's a few reasons you could sell Theo Walcott really. The arguments for it, the main one I think is the switch to the new system, three at the back. There's not an obvious position for him in there, especially now he doesn't really count himself as a centre-forward anymore. Arsene Wenger seemingly concurring with that. When he has played in that system, it's been as one of the two behind the main striker. But does he have the technical quality to play in that position? Is he a ball carrier? Is he someone who can play through balls to a striker? I don't necessarily think he is. I don't think that's where he's at his best. Nor, equally, do I think he has the defensive attributes to play as a wing-back right out on the flank. So it's difficult to find an obvious role for him in that system. I think the other arguments potentially for selling him are his age. I think he turns 29 next season. For a player who's so reliant on his speed, is he going to be able to adapt and evolve into someone who can thrive in their 30s? I'm not so sure. I suppose the other reason that you might lose Walcott is his character. There are question marks over his character. He didn't really play last season after commenting that Crystal Palace simply wanted it more. Is that coincidence? Is it tactical? Or did Arsene Wenger hear something or discover something about Walcott's personality and that made him think, maybe this isn't a guy I want playing for me when we're in a tight bind? So they're the arguments to get shot of Walcott. But the arguments to keep him are pretty strong too. I think the main one is his productivity. We'll come back to that. But what if Arsene Wenger is not as wedded to this new system as we think? What if he's thinking, well, next season, sometimes I'm going to play three at the back, but sometimes I'm going to play a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. If he does that, suddenly Walcott becomes a good option again, and there's no one else in this squad really who's quite as effective as he is in that right-sided position on the flank of that three-man attack. So I think Walcott could be a consideration. Sorry, a guy was just singing out the window, so I thought I would acknowledge him. Can't have the window shut. It's too hot in London at the moment. So anyway, if he goes with three up top, Walcott again comes into contention. But the main thing is how productive he is. 19 goals last season without playing through the middle. And that was in about 40-odd appearances. If he'd stayed in the team all the way through the campaign, he probably would have hit 25. And that is not really something that Arsenal can afford to lose this summer, especially if, as we fear, Alexis Sanchez is going to be off. I think that makes it all the more vital that those people who do contribute goals stay in the squad. And I think, Walcott's been with Arsene Wenger for a decade now. I can't see him cutting the ties at this point. I think that with a few other players departing, Arsene Wenger won't want to rock the boat too much, and he'll end up keeping Walcott in the squad. What do you think? Do you think we should keep him? Do you think we should let him go? If he goes, who should replace him? Interested to hear what you think about it. My opinion is he'll be with us next season. Anyway, so stick around and find out. Do subscribe and check out the other videos. Cheers, guys.